y'all. I have been experiencing major resentment to my adult children, and I'm hoping that me discussing it will help me release the resentment I am struggling with because, like, to me, I feel like the biggest slap in my face is my children feeling entitled because of the lifestyle I provided for them. Because understanding that this was never easy. I was a mom at 15, so I've been a teen mom, okay? So my kids were there to experience the climb. Like, this was not easy. We're talking, I started off serving, making minimum wage. I had to work my way up, find my passion, get into my career, and then work my way up within the career. So the lifestyle that I provided for them, it came at a cost of like a stress, but it was something that I needed to do because I wanted to make sure that my kids never went through life feeling like they couldn't have, they didn't have, just feeling less than. So I bust my ass to provide them with a lifestyle so that they can feel just normal. You get what I'm saying? Because kids can be cruel. But with that, it seems like once they got to a certain age, and then I'm like, okay, you know what? It's time to work. It's time to save. And just wanting them to learn the life skills, like hustle and show up for yourself. Of course, mom is always going to have your back. But at the end of the day, I did not want for them to go through life relying on me because anything can happen. And my biggest fear as a parent was my kids not being able to have or provide for themselves. But for them to like grow up and then like the little things that I've tried to like, give to them and instilling them like, okay, take over these bills, take over these responsibilities, for them to treat it as though like you don't do anything for me. Like,
What we see here, we see a single baby mama. I'm guessing she has kids. She did everything that she can. She provided them a good life, maybe too good of a life. She was trying to make up for maybe a father not being there. She was trying to do everything. She tried to give them everything, but in that, she made her kids weak. One thing as a parent, you got to understand. Yes, you want to take care of your kids. Yes, you want your kids to experience things, but they have to start learning how to be independent. Because, like she said, if I'm not here, how are they going to survive? But what we see is it's just common, especially among single mothers that work hard, right? And they're trying to make up and make sure their kids' life is so great, but you're making them weak. You have to make sure your kids have responsibilities early. You have to understand that your kids know understand what a dollar is. A lot of these kids that get taken care of, especially by their single baby mamas, they don't know what a dollar is. They because you know why? You're working so hard to give them a good life, so they think it's always supposed to be like that. And you know what too? Maybe she has sons. That's even worse. See what I'm saying? So you got to make sure, especially when you're a single baby mom. I know you want to do the best you can because the situation you're in, you're grinding, you're working hard, but you have to make sure your kids know what responsibilities is. You got to teach them early. I'm not saying your kids need to pay your bills and stuff like that, but I'm saying that your kids need to understand responsibilities. You working hard, you're setting a blueprint, but you got to teach them. That's why you need a man and a woman, a foundation when you're teaching these kids. Because you working, you may be tired of working, but you don't have time to teach. Because sometimes these kids may see you, but they don't understand why. They don't understand responsibility. That's why you got to tell them, hey, you need to do X, Y, and Z. By the time I get home, this needs to be done because this is your responsibility. Because as they get older and older and older and older, they're going to think somebody's going to take care of me. And this is why a lot of the people that grow up to be young men and women, they struggle is because their parents did everything. Stop trying to do everything for your kids. Your kids need to learn what hard work is. They need to understand what is responsibility. If you continue to baby them, if you continue to do all these things for them, they will grow weak. This is why you see a lot of kids that grow up in households that they don't have any money. They become responsible and they become the best adults because they learn about responsibilities early. We all deal with this, right? Even rich kids, right? Rich kids, they got everything. They grow up to be the worst human beings ever because they're weak. They don't know what responsibility is. That's why you have to make sure that your kids do experience difficulties because you're not going to learn anything when everything's good. You're going to learn everything when everything is bad. And it sucks. But now she's starting to resent her kids because she's looking at them like, you ungrateful mother. She loves them, but now you're adults now. Now I'm looking at you a certain type of way. Yeah, now you should be working. Now you should be doing something. If you look at living in this household, yes, you should be helping. Because if I'm doing this all by myself and you guys are adults, now we got a situation, but that need to be instilled in them early. Because now if you tell them now, they're gonna be in shell shock. Now they're gonna resent you, you're gonna resent them. They're probably gonna get kicked out. And then they're gonna be in the streets. That's the reason why a lot of our youth are messed up, is because they don't understand the difficulties early. They don't understand responsibilities. They don't understand how the world works. They think that my mom's going to take care of everything. That's why it's very important to have both people in the family, but also to teach your kids young about responsibility.
I just don't know how we got here. I never once thought that I wanted my kids to struggle in any way, but now I'm like, darn, maybe they needed to experience that so it would humble them and give them a sense of like, I got to get out and get it because I've gone without and I don't want to go without. It seems like the vision that I had in my head of like, okay, I'm going to show them like you can be young, black, successful, and have all the things. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin. Like if you work hard, you can do anything. I wanted to show them that way when they got older, they can always feel like, no, I didn't go without, so I'm not going to go without as an adult. But at times to feel like they took it as like, give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more.
Mhm.
And then with me trying to back off with them being older and wanting them to take on more responsibility just so that they could be good for themselves. I'm never going to leave you stranded, but at the end of the day, I need you to show up for yourself and for them to take that and feel like, oh, you have never done anything for me. Oh, woe is me. Like I live now all of a sudden. It's like they just live this terrible life. That's hard. That is hard
Mhm.
because it makes me feel like what I thought all along was wrong and it's too far in the game to turn it around. I'm not going to say like they're ruined and they're never going to amount to anything. That's not what I mean.
No, you have to pull back. That's what it is. They're adults now. They got to figure it out. You pull back. I'm not saying kick them out the house. We never want to do that. We want to make sure our kids are healthy and safe, but you got to pull back. You got to start saying no. They'll make them better. Just start saying no. Nope, I can't do it. And just look at each other. You got to figure it out. If you need help, if you need help, in sitting down and talking about it, and I can give you counsel, I'll help you 1000%. But I'm not gonna give you any money to figure it out. You have to put them in situations where they have to experience life. They still have a cushion because they still have a roof over their head, but they need to figure out life. You got groceries. Oh, this is for me. This ain't for you. Well, what do you mean? You got to figure it out because you know why? Freedom comes with individuality. They're not individuals. They're still on the nip. They're still on the boob. So all she has to do is start saying is no. I love you. I want you to live here, but no. I'm not gonna kick you out, but no. See, the reason why you got people working now, finding jobs and complaining about the job market, right? Now they want to find a job. Why? It's because the government said no. They said no SNAP benefits. If you're not working, you don't get it. The word no can motivate people. That simple word no can motivate you. If you keep going to somebody and somebody says no to you, you're motivated. If you keep going to a person that has all this money and they don't want to give you that, they keep saying no, eventually you're going to say, I need to get my own money. Eventually you're going to turn it around and say, I need to get my own money. That's what's going to happen. All she has to do is start saying no. They may not like you. They may go into their room. Cool, it's okay. But look, when you live here, you're not eating all the groceries. That's mine. Everything is mine. I'm letting you live here till you figure it out. I'm not gonna be rude to you and kick you out. That's the word. That's what parents make a mistake. I'm gonna kick you out. No, no, no. You just keep them in there and you say no. No. They walk around. I'm about to get something to eat. Okay. Well, what money? Can I have some money? No. No is a word, is a motivator. That's what you see right now in the world, in the country, right? People can't get SNAP benefits all easy now because the government said one word. They said no, and now people are complaining about the job market. Crazy.
I know this is just a phase, but it's a hard phase to go through because as a mom, I'm like, did I do something wrong? Like, did I do something wrong? Did I give them too much? Like, did I do too much? Did I create these little monsters by calling them like, you're my princess, you're my prince? And like, did I create this? And it's a tough pill to swallow and it is very real. And like, a lot of times it's like, oh my God, be a parent. It's so amazing. And it is, but it comes with a cost and it is not always peaches and cream and like it gets real out here. So like I'm struggling with resentment because I don't know where to go. Like I want to be there for you, but then I'm like, okay, if I keep saving you, am I further causing the problem? Like it puts you in this weird space of like I don't really know how to support you or be there for you at this point because if I keep showing up, then you're gonna keep continuing and feel like everything should be handed to you. But then if I back off and then you feel like I'm just abandoning you, even though I know that I'm not, that doesn't mean that it doesn't affect me emotionally because I don't ever want my kids to feel like I'm abandoning them. It's a hard place. Like,
Just say no. That's all you got to do. You just say no. You say no to a lot of things you say yes to. Don't kick them out the house. Keep them in the house. Make sure they have a roof over their head, right? Just say no. And then say, I'm gonna help you get a job. I'm gonna help you with everything you need help with, but I'm not just gonna be giving you money and giving you things to do whatever you want to do. Because that's not how this world works. I want you to live here. I want you to have a roof over your head so you don't have to worry about paying rent. But I'm gonna say no to giving you money, to giving you the things that make you feel comfortable. In order to have growth, you have to be uncomfortable. And as a parent, I know it's tough. You want to make sure your kids, have everything, but they're adults now. So they got to start experiencing real life, but they can still experience real life underneath your roof. So the thing I would say is just definitely just start saying no. Nope, I'm not going to do it. It's the best thing you can do. Let me know your thoughts about this in comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, keep this thing rocking. Hit the notification bell to see all new videos. Monday through Friday, 10:21 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Got the No Filter Morning Show. Make sure you tap into that. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. I appreciate the love, but to the haters, I really love the haters. Like, y'all don't understand, man. I get up and look at the comments, and I'll be like, the haters, they there. Keep going. They never win. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out.